Hi, my name is Ramin Quesada Jr. and I am going to discuss the glass and glass fragments and fracture. So, first is glass. What is glass? So, glass is a super cold liquid which possesses high viscosity and rigidity. It is a non-crystalline inorganic substance. So, in glass is it is important as physical evidence because it breaks pieces are scattered at crime scene on the suspect. So the analysis of the glass. So the most important problem common referred to a forensic chemist is comparison of two more samples of glass. So test analysis for glass is spectrographic test, X-ray diffraction test, physical properties examination, ultraviolet properties examination. Lastly is the polish marks test. So so when we so for the spectrographic test it is an instrumental method of analysis which determine the presence of trace in elements. So for the X-ray diffraction test, so not as effective as the spectrographic analysis, it determines the X type of pattern of glass. So the type of pattern depends upon the composition of glass. So number three is physical properties examination. So the most sensitive method of determining differences composition in glass samples and depends upon the study of properties of glass. So the methods of measuring density of glass. Flotation method. So it is a rapid and convenient method of determining the density of small glass and fragments. Procedure and principle is the same as in soil. So methods of measuring refractive index of glass is immersion method. The immersion method is used to measure the refractive index of a glass. So go back to the ultraviolet light examination. So determines the difference in the appearance of the fluorescent, the polish of fluorescence, thus indication of physical and chemical differences. So number five is polish marks. Optical glass. The other glassware are usually polished is polishing for the glass fine are often left on the surface which can sometimes serve as a basis of comparison. So the glass evidence of crime. So in the field of forensic chemistry, emphasis is placed on so number one is automobile glass in case of hit and run. Number two is broken windows caused by pressure, blow, or bullet in case of robbery. So number three is broken bottles, drinking glasses, spectacles found at the scene of an assault or crimes of violence which would suggest examination of the soles and heels of a suspect and for embedded glass fragments. So analysis of glass vehicles. So hit and run accidents represent a good representation of crimes. So if an automobile or any vehicle matter discovered which fragments of ins can be found, a comparison may be made with the fragments found at the scene of accident employing the methods of analysis for glass. So analysis of broken windows. So examination of window fragments in robbery cases is important when there is question of as to whether the glass was broken from the outside or inside. So third one is broken window caused by bullet holes. Generally, it may be said that the hole produced by a bullet of a strong charge has the sharpest edges, but if a bullet has been fired very long distance and has come to the have a low speed, it will break the pane in the same manner as well as stone. So the broken window goes by first or fist or stone. So direction of the blow in the case is stone. smashes a window is quite difficult, but the principle of radial crack and concentric crack or fracture will apply. So the bullet, so the principles of 3R's rule of radial crack, so it states straight lines on a radial crack will be a right angle to rear side of the gas. So the principle of RFC rule of the concentric crack is states stress lines on concentric crack will be right angle to the front side. That is the side from the which from below the rather than the rear side. So the bullet holes in a window. So where there are two bullets in a window, one from each side, the problem of which one of those becomes important to determine who is aggressor. So it will be found the fractures caused by the first will be complete, especially the radial cracks, whereas the fractures from the second will be interrupted and end stop at point where they intersect from from the first. So fractures on safety glass. So this is the last one. So laminated glass that that is now being used to automobiles does not shatter when struck sharply. Frequently, the cracking or safety glass is not complete. The radial cracks do not extend to the side of impact, and cracks do not extend to the other. So that's all for today, and thank you.